The goal was to create a fair, playable field. Well, I grew up around ballparks, ball fields, and I'm from California. Baseball is always a big part of my life. What we've done is we've put it all in the hands of the players. And we've been comfortable with what our manager and coaching staff, the feedback we've got from them in terms of the playability of the field, and that we're letting the players decide the game. And it's been working out pretty good. Now, I started in the turf industry 15 years ago, and since then, what Toro's done with mowers to make them so easy to adjust and work on. You know, we don't have a mechanic. Me and the guys work on the mowers ourselves, and they're so easy to work with now that we can get consistent, you know, golf course quality cut here without having a mechanic, and that's thanks in part to Toro. It is a Kentucky bluegrass. It's what we call low-mow bluegrass varieties that we got from Jacqueline Seed, and we overseed with the blend from Scott's and from Jacqueline as well. We're consistently throwing seeds into heavy traffic areas around home plate, trying to keep the grass growing where the hitters warm up, where the umpires stand, where the right fielder stands. We're always trying to extend the life of the field and give it more seed and just some new varieties that might be resistant to different stresses. Any professional stadium, you've got the challenge of shade. It's not filtered shade like on a golf green, it's building shade. And that's probably the primary problem in the spring that we found, was some of the building shade out in right center field to the right field corner. That was a bit of a challenge. We've got soil heat. We've got an amazing soil heating system that we can use to help jumpstart the grass, but unless you get enough sunlight, the grass might look good, but it's not going to have the vigor and resistance to heavy traffic. So that's probably the biggest challenge in any stadium. Ballpark wind in a stadium is different than out at your community fields where the winds won't blow in one direction that day. In here it'll swirl on us. So whether it's warm or cold, we have a lot of air movement in here, which is good for the turf, but sometimes tough on the sprinklers. So we keep an eye on the turf. Between the turf guards and our own sets of eyes, we're out here every day watching it. After we irrigate or after rain, we're holding moisture for, let's say the other night we had a ½ inch of rain. We're holding moisture pretty good for a couple days where I don't need the water. The team's out of town and it's Sunday and nobody's here, and I just come in and cut grass or water, and when the place is empty, it's really nice. One key piece of advice would be every spring and fall, reseed, overseed. Keep introducing new cool, if you're in a cool season area, bluegrass and ryegrass into your lawn, maybe some shade tolerant turf as well if you got trees. So keep putting that seed out there. Homeowners are notorious for putting too much nitrogen out and not enough potassium. Potassium provides disease resistance and stress resistance and will help toughen the leaf blade. So if you've got a lot of kids playing on a field, you can manage it. It's just a different level of management. But if a homeowner wanted to take everything up a notch, and they wanted to cut a little shorter, the most important thing I tell them is make sure your blades are sharp. The most rewarding thing for me is just watching good baseball. Having the field play in a manner that allows the players to perform to their best level of play. So when I see great defense, when I see great pitching, when I see hitters who are comfortable, then I see players performing to the best of their ability. And that's the best and most rewarding part of the job for me.